Crypto market today. Why has Bitcoin fallen below $60,000? And what will happen next? Hello everyone. Today we will analyze the situation on the crypto market, why Bitcoin has fallen below the $60,000 mark for the first time in a long time, what is happening to institutions, what Michael Saylor has to do with it, and whether it is worth waiting for an even deeper drop. The market situation is currently as tense as possible. In just a few days, Bitcoin lost more than 15% of its value and dropped down to around $59,000. Which are the lowest values since the end of 2024. Saylor broke the main rule. Let's start with the biggest news of the week. Strategy, headed by Michael Saylor, has sold some of its Bitcoins for the first time in almost 4 years. According to the official report, 32 Bitcoins were sold for about $2.5 million at an average price of about $77,000 per coin. I'll say an important point right away. 32 Bitcoins is a drop in the ocean. Strategy still has more than 843,000 Bitcoins on its balance sheet. The volume sold is about 0.004% of their reserves. But the market doesn't just live by numbers. The problem is something else. Michael Saylor has been building a reputation for years as a man who never sells Bitcoin. His famous philosophy was that BTC should only be bought and held, and now the first sale is happening. For many investors, this was a psychological blow. There is a question. Even if Saylor started selling, what don't we know? It was after this news that the pressure on the market increased dramatically. Strategy's shares collapsed and the entire crypto market began to decline after them. But is it only Saylor's fault? Not really. The sale of 32 Bitcoin was more of a trigger than the main reason for the drop. Now the market is facing several problems at once. One, massive outflow of money from Bitcoin ETFs. One of the main reasons for the pressure was the record withdrawals of funds from spot Bitcoin ETFs. Investors are withdrawing billions of dollars from funds that until recently were considered the main driver of growth. Billions of dollars have been withdrawn from ETFs in recent months, which has seriously affected the demand for Bitcoin. When ETFs buy BTC, the price increases. When money is withdrawn from an ETF, fund managers are forced to reduce positions. This puts direct pressure on the market. 2. Money goes into artificial intelligence. Another important reason is the change of trend in financial markets. If Bitcoin was the main hype in 2024 and 2025, now a lot of money is going into the artificial intelligence sector. Investors prefer stocks of companies related to AI, chip manufacturers, and large technology IPOs. According to Reuters, capital is actively flowing from cryptocurrencies to the artificial intelligence sector. Simply put, previously, everyone was talking about Bitcoin. Now everyone is talking about AI, and the market loves attention. 3. The market is afraid of further sales. Despite the fact that the sale of Strategy was symbolic, investors began to think, if a company has already sold BTC once, can it do it again? It is this fear that is now weighing on the mood of market participants. What's going on with altcoins? As usually happens during a panic, altcoins are falling more than Bitcoin. Ethereum is losing ground. Many projects from the top 50 show double-digit declines in just a few days. The market is returning to risk mode when investors prefer to reduce positions and enter the cash. At the same time, the dominance of Bitcoin remains high, which means that large capital is not yet ready to actively buy altcoins. Liquidations worth billions. Another factor of the fall is liquidation. When the price goes down sharply, the positions of traders with shoulders begin to close. According to market data, during the last collapse, the volume of liquidations reached approximately $1.77 billion. This creates a snowball effect. The price is falling. Longs are being liquidated. New sales are emerging. The price is falling even more. Key levels for Bitcoin. The market is now closely monitoring several zones. Support $60,000, $58,000, $55,000, strong support $50,000. If the market finally loses the area of 60,000, many analysts will start talking about a scenario of a hike to the area of $50,000 and below. Some are already considering even the range of 44 to 50,000 as a possible target for a bearish cycle. What can turn the market around? The market needs several things to restore growth. The first is the return of funds to the ETF. The second is to reduce the panic surrounding strategy's actions. The third is the improvement of the macroeconomic situation and interest rate expectations. And the fourth is the emergence of a new major driver for the crypto market. Without these factors, it will be difficult for Bitcoin to quickly return to historical highs, result